Buffalo's gonna win it, folks.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout.
We're seeing why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Right now, baby. Come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
All right, we are live, and we're back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast, and it's a little somber note, definitely a little somber note. Not necessarily feeling too well, but we're here. You know, we're still here. We still showed up to work today. And I'm just going to introduce the guys so we can really get into the show. You know, we have yours truly, our guy, Matt, a.k.a. All Black Hat Matt, a.k.a. Pink Panther. Matt, what's up?
The much, man. You know, it's a little bit of a sad Tuesday, but I'm all right. I'm ready to talk this game.
For sure. And our guy, Mills, a.k.a. Mills, ran off with all the money and got all the merch. Mills, what's up?
What's going on, man? I would say I'm excited to talk some Bills football. Matter of fact, I am excited to talk some Bills football, man. Let's talk about it, man.
Absolutely. We definitely gonna get into it. And you see it up there. Our guy Rad, aka All Purpose Rad. You know what I mean? Rad, what's up with you, man?
You know, y'all see me in black. You know, I had a hard time finding this hoodie. It's been like a month. You know what I'm saying? So you know what that means, we lost. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I like our black hoodies. It's fire. It's the original design. So I don't mind wearing it, but I don't want to wear it that much. So hopefully this is the last time in a few couple more months I had to wear it. But let's go. I'm ready to pop.
Absolutely. Definitely a tough day. But before we get into the show, Matt, can you please let the people know who are sponsoring the show?
Yes, sir. This episode and every other episode is brought to you by Buffalo Wing Kings. There's two things. Being from Buffalo, there's two things that the guys here at Overdue Bills podcast know. That's Bills football, and that's wings. Our first choice and the best choice is Buffalo Wing Kings. At Wing Kings is Wings 101. Over 101 different flavors and their beloved Wing of the Month special. Wing Kings is sure to school every other wing place around. Stop by, opening a new location in the University District on Main Street. Coming soon, hopefully, during this football season. Stop by, see them for parties, Bills games, just any situation where you need wings. Hit Wing Kings up. Stop down to their Elmwood Village location at 484 Elmwood Avenue, or give them a call at 716-248-1427 and find out why they say and we know they have the best wings in town, hands down. And make sure you mention our name when you go in there, Overdue Bills podcast, and get 10% off your order.
Absolutely. Shout out to Buffalo Wing Kings. You know the vibes. Let's get into a little bit of housekeeping. Definitely shout out to overduebillspod.com. Overduebillspod.com. Have all your merch you need. You still got to cop the merch. Definitely a great time to cop it now since we going into the bye week. Definitely a great time to cop it now. Stock up because we about to go on this run.
Yep.
But at the same time, but definitely get your merch needs. And I just got to say this to the people, you know what I mean? You see the hats. You see the different flavors, different colors. Listen, we got whatever you need, all different shapes, colors, and sizes, man. We out here trying to service people. So please go to overduebillspod.com. All right, let's get into the show. Quick question of the day. And to be honest, I did have like a question, but I just kind of want to ask this. Is the Bills fool's gold, man? I'm just asking for a friend, man. Is the Bills fool's gold? Matt, what's up?
I don't think so. We still have the best offense in the league. We have the most creative offense, I think, in the league. And our defense, they'll be fine. I don't think so.
Mills.
I agree with Matt, man. I think it was just a moment where Tennessee played their best football, and we didn't capitalize on our side of the field. And that's all it came down to, man.
Okay, Rat.
No, our division, our conference, we're definitely the best team in our division. We don't even talk about that. But in our conference, seeing how Cleveland played, we already beat KC. I'm not really worried. I'm not really worried. 4-2 is, I think that's still tops, or maybe somebody 5-1 or something like that. Still one of the tops in our conference. So I think I'm still confident in our team. Looking forward in the outlook and the schedule. So I'm all good all around.
Okay, I asked that question to really set up my question that I really wanted to ask, because the reality is, since we all say, or at least you all say, that the Bills is not fool's gold, the Bills is still, at the top of the totem pole. So with that being said, should Sean McDermott have kicked the field goal and gone into overtime, or should Sean McDermott have gone for it like he did? I'm going straight to Mills. Mills, how do you feel about it? And listen, if you're watching right now, please like and share. We're about to get into the nitty gritty, man. I'm just saying that right now.
And let us know what you think. Let us know what you think that Sean should have did.
Me personally, I say kick the field goal. I'm a big person of. I want to say conservative,
Yeah.
but
No balls.
If you the best, let the opposing team show you that they can beat you. You know what I'm saying? You go into overtime.
What did that even mean?
We're supposed to win this game, right? We're supposed to win this game.
We're
Tennessee, fighting, giving us a run for our money. I mean, we down 3. We kick the field goal. We let them beat us. You show us how good you really are. If you that good that you can beat us in overtime. Get the ball, go down the field, and score. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't, you just can't. And I think we got one of the best teams in the NFL right now. So we got the top defense. Let's show it. Let's prove it in a moment where it counts. You know what I mean? We already had overtime guaranteed. Overtime was guaranteed. I understand it was 4th and 1 from like the 5-yard line. But, I mean, they all know we run the quarterback sneak. But what pissed me off, I mean, I don't mind us going for it, but I just feel that we're the better team. Let's take it to overtime. Let's beat them. But what pissed me off is big BSF, man. I guess his chain got too big. He fell into Josh Allen, and we got blown up. They only had 3 D linemen down there.
That's irrelevant. I mean, you didn't want the play, so you wanted us to kick the field goal. Matt, how do you feel about it?
I didn't want the play.
I definitely am not mad at him for going there. I mean, you look at it, he preaches the numbers, the analytics, the situation. That second half, they scored every single time they touched the football. Why give them a chance to get the football back again and score again and beat us? And then you look at the numbers with Josh Allen. 13 out of 14 times in that exact scenario, he converts on that. And the only time he didn't convert that, the one time out of the 14 times, it was a mishandled snap and he fumbled the football. So I'm taking that every time. 92%, you're getting that. You don't expect the play to get blown up. The only thing with the game on the line, absolutely, because you want to go out there, you want to show your offense is unstoppable, like we were. But with Tennessee bending, not breaking, we didn't convert earlier in the red zone. That's fine. But we want to go out there. You got the best player in the league. You put it in his hands to win that game. I do that every time. That's me.
It wasn't to win a game though. It was just to get the first down.
To win if we get the first down, we win that game. That's to me. We had one timeout left. We had a couple plays to take shots. They couldn't stop our receivers. If we needed 3 more plays to score, I think we would have scored there. Just to get that play, I think we go for that. That's on me though.
So, Rad, the question is, just for those of you who popped on right now, should Sean McDermott have kicked the field goal, to take the game into overtime, or should he have gone for it on 4th down? Rad, how do you feel?
Yeah, I'm happy that McDermott went for it. I'm happy we got a coach that will go for it right there, because you that's the moment you if you go to overtime, you want that moment again. You playing overtime to get back to that exact moment, and you there now. So why not go for it? I don't understand even kicking a field goal. People assume that a field goal is guaranteed. That's still a play you got to run. It ain't just they put 3 points on the board.
It was guaranteed.
You got to kick a field goal as well. So I think
why not go for
4th and 1? You got Josh Allen. I mean, you try to win the game. I don't see why playing for overtime and having enough a coin flip maybe determine your game when you could determine with actual plays and schemes and coaching. I mean, why would you even put it in the hand of a coin? So I think that's scared coaching. If anybody do that, I think you should go for it. 4th and 1 on the 5-yard line. I mean, what else? What better place would you want it? You want it on the 30? You want it on a 50 and try to score again? No, you want that moment right there. And you got an MVP candidate. You paid him $250-something million. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's that simple. I think McDermott did the right thing. I think he would do it every day again. Yeah, I think it's that simple.
Well,
I think I'm not mad at it at all.
That's
So why not just go for the end zone? Just go for the end zone then.
That's a better argument than going for a field goal. That's a
I was
better
gonna say that's my only beef I had with that scenario is we had one timeout. Don't if they started out in the shotgun, Josh changed the play. It looked like to go into maybe that was the look to start in shotgun and then run up to it seemed too rushed for me at the end. I felt like we could have used the timeout there. You got the most creative offensive coordinator. Even if he draws something up so creative that turns into a QB sneak, I'm with that. That was my only beef with that play call.
Let me shout out the Mills Buffalo. I love when Little League come into play in the comments. It's amazing. So shout out to that. But let me say this. The reason why everybody's wrong, and shout out to Tara Hogan because we're in lockstep on this in the comments, is simply because we talk about Sean McDermott being this great coach. Yo, in the first quarter, we was in this same scenario. He did not go for it. He kicked the field goal. So my thing is, if you're gonna be consistent with it. Because in the first quarter, we should have went for it. There is no stakes there. Just go for it. That's my only issue with it.
You saying
yes, go for it on fourth down. We should have never kicked the field goal any of the games. That was my only issue. That's my only issue with him going for it right here. Because in the first quarter, we kicked the field goals when we was in the red zone. What was the reason for that? If he was just this riverboat gambler and Josh Allen is 92%? Matt, do you have an answer to that?
Answer that's
yes, I'm asking.
Yeah,
what's the answer? So what?
It wasn't 4th and 1 in those scenarios.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
So what?
So that's not the same percentage.
Yes, it is.
You're throwing in analytics. It's not the same. I'm talking about 4th and 1. Josh Allen converts that 13 out of 14 times.
Not
in that
present situation, but not in that present situation, Matt.
This
Matt,
is literally the last play
wait. Yeah, I understand. What you're saying means nothing to me. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you're giving me analytics does not count for that time and situation. We know that. That's just a fact. So what you're saying is irrelevant because it doesn't. It's not accounting for that.
How doesn't it? I'm not talking about the end of the game.
Because
I'm
he's not
talking about 4th and 1. I'm not talking about end of the
That's
game.
the point. But that is the point, Matt. That means something at the end of the game.
Let me throw the scenario out. We the highest scoring team.
So why are we not going for it on fourth down?
How do you look 4th and 1 with 5 seconds left, whatever how many seconds left, kicking a field goal from 5 yards out?
But my question to you is, why? Okay,
you do that.
So in the first quarter,
crazy.
In the
highest scoring team,
Rad, in the first quarter, why are we not going for it? In the first quarter.
Why?
Okay, then. So don't give me that. Stop giving me that. That's a joke. What y'all saying is a joke.
I'm going to tell you exactly why. I'll tell you exactly why. In the first quarter, we did not have issues with us not being able to cover the play action and not be afraid of Derrick Henry.
What does that got to do with anything?
So in that scenario, I'm Sean McDermott. I'm not giving them the ball back when we have not stopped them in the whole second half.
Listen,
I'm not giving them the ball back.
Okay, I'm not denying what y'all saying. I'm not denying. Nobody's denying what y'all saying. I understand what happened at the end of the game, but what I am saying is it is not the same. Meaning that Sean McDermott, if he was just this riverboat gambler and just gonna go for it all the time, then we had it.
That's not even a gamble.
But listen, we were in the red zone multiple times, 4th and short, where we should have went for it. He did not. He's a clown for that.
Right.
That's
in
all
the
I'm
first
saying.
Half, our defense was getting stops. In the second half, we did not.
Man,
we didn't get one stop in the second half.
I understand.
Bro, we didn't.
But like,
tell me in overtime, what do you want? In overtime, what was the objective? If we got,
I am not arguing against the call.
Tell me what's the objective.
Rad,
what we supposed to do in overtime?
Rad, you're arguing with me.
In a position to win the game.
But Rad,
and that's we were.
I'm not arguing against the call.
That's crazy.
I never said we should kick the field goal. I'm saying the issue lies in us not going for it on 4th down in the first quarter. That's the problem. That's why we're in this situation in the 4th quarter. Right? That's my only issue with Sean McDermott. If you're going to go for it 4th and 1 in the 4th quarter when it's all for the marbles, then go for it in the first quarter. That's my. But what you're saying is it's not the same.
Should we have gone for it or should we have kicked the field goal at the end of the game? There wasn't. Should we have done it earlier in the game? If you would have asked that,
my question.
We would have all told you no. We should have went for it.
My point is,
your question was, should we have gone for it?
But Matt, if you scared Matt,
that's the question.
But listen,
we're alluding to earlier stuff.
But Matt, if you're scared in the first quarter, be scared in the 4th quarter. Why
You're
not?
scared because
Clearly.
you're more confident in your
Clearly.
defense in the first quarter. Who stopped them?
Smokish, pokish, man. That's what you're saying is irrelevant to me, Matt.
All right.
That
That's
means
crazy.
nothing to
you,
me.
it sounds reasonable to me.
What? What does
The
that
goal
mean?
of
What are you
overtime is to
saying?
put your offense in a position to win a game. And we were there right now in the fourth quarter.
Listen,
Take it now.
Sean
Why would you
McDermott is a
leave up
clown.
the chance to get it back right there. Take it right now in the fourth
He's
quarter
a
right now.
clown.
Period.
It's a clown call.
Craziness.
Listen, you're not. Listen, my
Kicking the
only.
can down the road. It's craziness.
My issue, no, what's crazy? Okay, we can argue. We can argue about the call. I'm not necessarily upset about the call, but I am upset about this. We can talk about the actual play call. Let's get into that. Let's get into the actual play call because the reality is that was the worst play call I've ever seen. I'm gonna tell you why. Because that failed earlier in the game. Like
did.
we tried it on the left side and it did not work.
Not on 4th and 1. though.
I don't
Not on
care
fourth-
what it was, man.
So I'm telling you, we're talking how McDermott looks at
Bro,
stuff,
the
right?
best play
well,
in 4-for-1 is the run.
he shouldn't
ball.
look at that.
Absolutely. Run it.
Right.
We have a
Who said
6'5"
that?
QB.
Who said
we have
that?
a 6'5" QB who gets that play 9 times out of 10.
Well,
Sam.
that was the
13
10th time, then,
But
nigga.
then if
You're
you
right,
get done
you're
too
right,
pretty
and
and pitched it back, we would have been going crazy.
Listen,
Yeah.
I
I'm
never.
not even mad at the play call.
guess-
I'm not even
I am. I'm mad at the play call. I'm mad at the play call
I'm not even mad at the
because
play
it wasn't
call.
working the whole game. It did not work.
Most teams do a silent count on that though too.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Is
4-for-1
I think it was
quarterback
rushed.
whatever.
I think Deion Dawkins got blown back because it was rushed. It was at a point where they took it all the way down to the last point where you could snap it, call a timeout there, regroup, say, hey, look, this is open. We gotta convert here. It gives guys a second. It gives guys a chance to know, the snap count is coming.
But why do they need a second if it was 4th and 1? It was just this crazy moment. Like, are they oblivious to what's going on? That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta pick a side. Either they know what's going on or they don't know what's going on, Matt. It was 4th and 1. It was for all the marbles. What was the problem?
Didn't execute.
I don't understand. So don't run that stupid ass. Don't run the play then. Don't run the play. Just kick the field goal. Go to overtime.
The play gonna work until after the play.
Well,
Sam, what are you
but
talking
no, I actually knew that because they stopped it before. It was not going to work. The
What
left
play
side of the
should have
line
run?
wasn't
Tell me
going.
a play that should have run.
Feliciano
Tell me a play.
sucked yesterday. Did you not
Tell
see
me
the
a play that should
line?
have run.
He was getting killed the whole game. That whole
should
line.
have run.
Huh? They
What
should
play?
they
What
should have
play?
ran the play where Diggs dragged. You got
okay.
you got Cole Beasley coming in the back of the innie, and then you got Emmanuel Sanders right here doing a button hook. It worked every time. It literally worked every time. Either we got
you know what?
we got a pass interference or we got a touchdown. I'm just telling you. I mean, you can talk about plays, but everybody know I know plays. Shout out to Killinger. Shout out to Killinger.
We could have wrote 30 plays to do there, but at the end of the day, the play that they ran has worked for them all season. They just didn't execute, and it's exactly what Josh Allen said.
Stop saying it worked for us when it did not work for us in this same game. You can't say that.
I get it.
I just
You
seen
can
it
say
not
it.
work,
You can
man.
say it.
But I
Yeah,
just
they
actually
had a
seen it
three-man
not work.
They had a 3-man
give me
front.
a
We
break,
had 5
man.
down linemen. Our
different,
percentage to
What's
get
different about
We should have
it?
got it. We should have got it.
100%.
We should have got it. We should have got it.
We should have won too.
When we watch film,
I don't even know what that means.
we watch film. McCormick would say we should have got a push. There's no way we shouldn't have got a push. Josh Allen 6'5". Josh Allen is after the offensive lineman. He's the 6th biggest person on the field.
Yeah,
we
you're
should have
not-
got it. Our 5 lineman and Josh Allen should have got a 1 yard. Period.
Absolutely.
It's that simple. When you go into the film, that's what you be saying. We should have got it. Period. It's not.
Yo,
no.
100%.
This is my issue.
There's variables that you don't account for, like Josh Allen losing his footing, like Deion Dawkins getting thrown into Josh Allen. If you can't account for those variables. You're accounting for what Rad said.
You're a coach. That's your job, Matt. Matt, that is your job to account for that. And Matt, furthermore, this is my problem with y'all saying. Y'all saying we should have. Yes, nigga, our defense shouldn't have let 143 yards, but it did. Stop telling me what should have, could have happened because I seen what happened. Let's move it. Let's move. Let's go to our give and take segment. Let's go to our give and take segment because clearly there are some things that we should take, which is nothing, and there are some things we should leave in Tennessee. Tennessee takeover, we need to leave the takeover there because that's where it needs to stay at. So I'm gonna ask Rad. Rad, give me some give and take things from this game.
I don't know. I think I like McDermott, going for it on the 4th down. So that how he went for it on 4th
The whole
down.
game?
No, that like the whole play that that shocked the world, that whatever happened. I think that play call, that aggressiveness, that believing in your quarterback, believing in your offense, believing in. I like that. I want McDermott to be that coach all the time. You know what I mean? That I want to take that. that confidence in your team. I want that be that all the time.
Can I say one thing? Does that thing apply to like the first quarter as well, or just the fourth quarter?
Whatever, however you take it.
So he's not that coach.
Take it.
He's actually not that coach. So he didn't do it the whole game. He just did it one play. That's all I'm saying.
But you said this is give and take, man. I'm telling you something I want
so
to take.
we need to take that.
Yeah.
We need to take that. Okay.
I want to take him being
And
that
leave
coach
the
going
first
for
quarter.
4 for 1.
And leave the first quarter coach.
I don't know. It depends. You know, everything is nuanced. You just can't.
You see what I'm saying, Mills?
You thinking just go. You should be one way the whole time. That's not real life. You know,
We
you
didn't
gotta
win,
adjust.
so clearly.
You gotta adjust and do what you gotta do. So I want that guy who believe in his team to go for on 4 for 1 and not kick a field goal right there. I think kicking a field goal right there is it looks crazy. It looks crazy. But besides that, what I wanna not obviously is the run. I mean, I'm not the Russian defense was obviously bad, but I mean, Derrick Henry is probably right now the best player in football. He's looking like what AP in Minnesota was like. He like right now you can give him the MVP. Like how great he's playing, how he's carrying that team. He literally was just he's a man among boys, obviously, as we see. So the Russian defense, I don't know because going through the whole game, I was confident. I thought we was gonna win. I felt like we was gonna win. I felt like we was the better team. I still feel like we're the better team. But so honestly, if we play that game again, I think we win the game. So
Absolutely.
I guess I go somewhere else. I guess somebody else can go because I think that we play the game again. Some things, little things here and there, we fix. We win the game. So I'm not really even that mad.
Yep. So I guess I'll take with us. I'll take with us. I know that the stat looked terrible, right? The stat looked very terrible of Derrick Henry having 104. He had 143 yards. But on 3 of those rushes, he accounted for 122 of those yards. The other 17 carries, he had negative play. Why do I gotta stop?
Can I push back on that for 1 second? So is it okay if can I take away Josh Allen throw to Cole Beasley when the defense just lost their mind? Can I take that away too?
No, you can't.
Why? Why can't I take that away?
It doesn't necessarily mean that the pass defense was terrible all game.
I'm just asking. Why can't I take that away though? If you're taking Derrick Henry away, why can't I take Josh Allen back?
I'm not taking it away.
So what are you telling me that he popped one? That's what he do. I don't understand.
We could argue there's holding on the play. They showed the picture where Poyer getting held on that 76-yard run. Teron Johnson got held. You can put in all this shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Yes, you're doing that. You're doing that.
Yeah. I'm taking let me finish my point. I'm taking with us that the run defense was not overall, it was not bad. This is what
you can't do that, Matt. He averaged 7 yards a carry. Stop. That's a lot. You're lying to the people.
Off of those big chunks, he had 20 carries for
but that happened, Matt. If you you can't say, "Oh my God, he's a murderer," but let me take away when he shot Cuz in the head. No, nigga.
No, that's
what are you talking
absolutely
about?
not the same thing. It's absolutely not the same thing.
Why is
absolutely.
he doing that?
All right. So majority of his carries were negative yardage or 1 yard. So you're meaning to tell me that those 3 little plays, like the run defense was terrible? I'm saying those 3. There was a 76-yard run, a 19-yard run, and a 13-yard run. Every other run besides that was less than 2 yards. The run defense was not the problem. It was the fact that we were playing the run so heavily we couldn't stop the play action. A.J. Brown has no catches in the first half. All of a sudden, they start running play action in the second half. He goes for 7 for 91. And number 15, I don't even remember his name. He catches every single ball over them. He's wide open over the middle because we're committing to the play action. He's getting right over our linebackers. Like, that can't happen. That's what I'm leaving there.
That's a joke.
How is it a joke?
Because that's what we give up. We actually give, like the number 15, we give up those passes. We gave them up when we played Kansas City. Like, I don't understand. Like, Ryan Tannehill only he threw the ball 28 times, and
Correct.
for 19 times, people caught the ball. It wasn't like he just had this amazing day. Matt, my only issue with what you're saying is that Derrick Henry beat us. We actually, I seen it with my own 2 eyes. He beat us. Stop saying that our defense was not the problem. Like, what is that? I don't understand what that means. He actually beat us.
I'm telling you, he beat us. Not with him. Not like his run. Like, obviously the yards were great.
What did he do, Matt? What else did he do besides run the ball?
The factor of having to account for him even more ruined our pass game. It ruined everything. So he did beat us. I'm not disputing that, but he didn't just beat us like on the run though, is what I'm saying. They beat us. What that is what I'm saying. Like that.
Matt, my problem with that is we know that Derrick Henry is the best player on the Tennessee Titans. Yes or no?
Correct. And
Okay.
we treated him like that, and that's what made us lose the game, Sam.
Matt,
is
that
that we
literally
loaded up the box,
what you're saying
we
is
let-
the
we
most
let
idiotic thing I've ever heard in my
How is it
life.
idiotic?
How-
How is it idiotic?
What, so you
We made other players beat us, and they beat us.
No, Derrick
We
Henry
did.
beat us, nigga. He got 3 touchdowns. He literally
did.
killed us. I don't want to. Why do you keep
Mills,
saying
Mills,
Matt?
what you wanna give
Can
and
you
take?
agree?
What do you-
Why, nobody can. Am I missing? Yo, people in
Mills,
the
what you wanna
comments.
give and take?
Wait. Let me ask people in
Mills,
the
what you
comments
wanna
real
give and
quick.
take?
People in the
Ask them,
comments.
yeah.
People in the comments. Do you believe that Derrick Henry beat us because he had 20 carries
And
for 143
I'm
yards and 3
not- I'm
touchdowns?
not dispu-
I don't know
I'm
if
not
that's a great
disputing-
game.
I'm not disputing that he beat us.
But
I'm
if
not
you,
disputing that he beat
so
us.
then
I'm
what are
disputing-
you talking about?
I'm disputing that it looked the numbers, the yardage looked a lot worse. Of
No,
course
it
he's gonna
was
get
worse,
hit.
nigga. We lost. Mills, can you tell us what you're giving to take? Because I don't know what Matt is saying right now.
All right, bro. I'm taking, man, the use of our weapons, man. They couldn't really double team our receivers because Josh did a great job sharing the ball amongst our 3 playmakers, Cole Beasley, Manuel Sanders, and Stephon Diggs. They all had an amazing game. I think they all had at least 7 catches for like 88 or 89 yards, a piece. So that was great. I can take that with us every game. You know what I mean? Just spread the ball. You can't double or rely on one person or keep your eyes on one person because he's sharing the wealth. What I'm going to leave is Leslie Frazier, man. He got to change his scheme at some point. We didn't get no pressure on the quarterback.
Was
We
that
didn't
his
have no
fault?
sacks. We didn't have any sacks the entire game. I think Tannehill got knocked down maybe 1 time. They ran the same play like 4 times in the second half to A.J. Brown with that slant behind the linebacker.
Yeah, because
We
you
gotta
got
make-
everybody
we have-
converging on
we
Derrick
have-
Henry.
it
That's
was
why
a
that
play
shit
action.
worked.
It was play
Right,
action.
but we have to make an adjustment. You have to make an adjustment. At the end of the day, you can't let the player do the same thing every play. Every play,
No,
you have
I
to make
just-
an adjustment.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but what you doing, what Leslie Frazier is doing is saying, yo, we're stacking the box and we be one-on-ones. You got to win your matchup. And you said we got Teron Johnson, who's been great. Trey
But it's not
White,
one-on-one.
who's been great.
We playing a soft
No,
zone.
when we that slant, it was win your matchup. It was win your matchups, and we wasn't winning our matchups. In the second half, we was losing our matchups, and Derrick Henry I'm right now, he's like the best. I'm happy that most teams, like, it's only one Derrick Henry, and no other team is going to be able to do something like that. No other team is going to commit that much resources to one player. No other team is we going to play that type of defense against. So that being said, now obviously Tennessee is somebody we might see in the future. So we got to figure that out, obviously. But it's only one Derrick Henry. I think I understand what Matt's saying. We put all the resources towards Derrick Henry, and it kind of like
No, it did
still
not.
He bust through. Like the fact that he missed one tackle and
We
got
should
to
be
76 yards
embarrassed. We
is
should be
because
embarrassed.
it is because we had 8 in the box, and it was one. If you got 8 in the box, and you don't tackle. It's home run city. Everybody and Micah Hyde took a wrong angle clearly, and he got ran over when he took the right angle. He got remember that he got biked one time. So obviously we got to do better. We got to win our matchups. But one thing I didn't like, I wish we was in 11 personnel more. Right? We didn't. We was more spread out.
Knox got
I
hurt.
understand we did good. We did good, but that 11 personnel was better.
Nah.
Through the last 3 weeks was better. I think we should have been in that more. We didn't do that at all.
Well, we
as,
don't-
as much as we used to.
I'll say
we
this.
really did.
I'll say this. We don't know when Knox got hurt. We don't
That's true.
know. I mean,
Yeah,
we just
we know exactly when he
Well,
got
we
hurt.
wasn't in
Right before he threw that 2-point conversion is when he got hurt. That's why Josh tried to wave it off.
Well,
They
what
said
I'm-
it at the game. Josh tried to wave it off. He
No,
broke
I
his
know-
hand on that play.
on the play right before that
He threw that ball with his
with a broken hand. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have been at 11 personnel, but I am saying that I do disagree with that wholeheartedly. Only from the standpoint of this, Tennessee is the worst defense I've ever seen in my life. They have the worst corners I've ever seen in my life, and we know that, right? Because every corner out there was just terrible. And my only thing is we should have exploited that. I think we should have went
We
to.
did.
No. We did
We
not.
got all the way down to the red zone and could not run the ball.
We,
They
that's
played it perfectly.
that's
They
why
played it
we.
perfectly.
My point
That's
is
exactly why
we did
they
not
played
do it. We did not do it because in the red zone we should have passed the ball. We never should have ran the ball ever.
Bro,
It should have been one carry. We only should have had one carry.
Bro, they had 3.
I don't care what they had. 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 It was multiple plays where people were open and Josh Allen missed them. We should have committed to the pass the whole
missed a
game.
lot.
We never should have
missed
ran
a
the
lot
ball
yesterday.
ever.
What are you talking about?
I
We did
seen
do
multiple times Zach Moss running the ball. I seen multiple times Singletary running the ball.
We
never
only
should have ran the ball.
23 times, and Josh ran it 9. So we didn't
What are you
really
even
run the ball
talking
at all.
Yes, no,
You are
we
right.
shouldn't even ran the ball even that much. They had the worst
we got to
quarterbacks in the
red zone
history. It's a
and
fact.
we got to the red zone, then score in the red zone. Why?
Because we
Run the
suck.
ball.
No.
We could not run the ball.
We couldn't. No, we couldn't get into the red zone. We couldn't score in the red zone because we haven't been scoring in the red zone this whole entire season, which has been our Achilles heel. Let me say what I
the
did.
last
Let me
3
do
weeks,
give
we
and
running
take.
the ball in the red
I'm
zone.
gonna tell you
Zach
give and
Moss was
take.
getting in the red zone.
I'ma tell
Zach
you.
Moss was getting touchdowns.
I'ma
Why
tell
was
you
Zach
this.
Moss getting touchdowns? Because we was running the ball in the red zone.
I'm gonna tell you
Exactly
this.
why.
Coaching was awful.
What are you talking about?
Some of the worst coaching I've ever seen in my life. Sean McDermott needs to
Bro,
go back to the
what are you
drawing
even
board
talking-
because I'm gonna tell you this.
talking about,
What I
Sam?
see,
What are you talking about?
what I seen as a fan, Mike Vrabel, one of the worst coaches in football, looks very despondent out there. I don't know what he was doing. He was literally trying to give us the game. We never could take it. That was embarrassing. It was an embarrassing game from our
He
defense.
tried to take it. We didn't execute.
It was an embarrassing
tried
game
to
from
take
our
it. We didn't
defense.
execute.
It was an embarrassing game from our defense. It was an embarrassing game from our coaching. And Josh Allen had a decent game. He missed a lot of passes. I didn't like that. Our wide receivers came to play. There were some things that I didn't like. But our offensive line was terrible. Every single one of them. Not one offensive lineman was good. You could throw the whole game away. Our defensive line was terrible. One of the worst
They were bad.
game I've ever seen in my life. Nobody got pressure. Everybody was just helter-skelter. Jermaine Edmonds reverted back to what I used to see. He never could get off a block, never could make a play. Matt Milano, I don't even know where Matt Milano was at.
I'm about to say, you're out of your mind if you think that Tremaine Edmonds didn't have a good game in the run game. You're out of your mind.
I'm going to ask you this. Where was Tremaine Edmonds on the 76-yard run? He was going that way.
He got blocked.
So
They missed
Matt,
the front.
stop telling me. Don't tell me.
On one
Matt,
play. This is
Matt,
one play we're talking
Matt,
about out of
but
20
that's,
carries.
But
Out
that's
of
the
20
game,
carries.
Matt. Matt,
It's
you
not
got to
the
be
game.
smarter than
It's
that.
not the game.
That's the
I'm-
game, man. Matt Milano, couple plays. He was caught on number 15. I don't know what was going on. I don't even know why. What's the
He
guy's
got
name?
sucked in a lot.
Apopka?
Matt Milano
Apopka?
got sucked in a lot.
They got sucked in because Derrick
got
Henry
sucked
had
Yo,
that,
this my-
Zach,
had his
this my
3
opinion.
big
I think-
plays of the game.
To Zach.
That was it.
To
I
Zach.
think if we come with our base defense and not do how we was
Not-
doing over too much people in the box, I think if we go in our base defense and let them get to the red zone, them not scoring the red zone like they did us, I think we have a way better team. But I think that 76-yard run was because we was too aggressive and we thought we was trying to shut down. Bro, they couldn't do nothing in the passing game in the first half, bro. We could have just played.
They
we coulda
don't
just played our base
pass. Like, I don't know why you
defense.
make
Our
like they
offense was
don't
better
pass
than
in the
theirs.
first place.
So what?
Like, y'all be
Just
making it
tackle.
seem like this is
Tackle
rocket
Derrick
science.
Henry,
Okay,
bro.
then
Just
they
tackle
didn't
Derrick
tackle
Henry.
He
him.
threw the ball 30 times. How did they not pass? That's a lot of passing attempts.
And the
right?
second
No, it's
half,
not. Not in this
the
NFL,
second
Matt. That's
half.
not a lot
In
at
the
all.
second
How is it
half,
not?
the passing, the second half,
29 attempts is a lot of
The-
passing attempts.
Yeah, almost
In the
30,
second
almost
half-
30 attempts.
Matt, have you ever watched a football game?
Yeah.
It's 40 attempts and up, bro. Get with the times.
No.
But anyways, let's
We
move
talk
on.
about the
40
second
Let's
half,
move
the
on.
second half,
So,
the
so
passing,
40.
the passing, the catch.
If you're running the ball effective, if you're running the ball right and you're wasting time, 30 attempts isn't a lot of passing attempts, and we have the ball a lot too. I'm not with you on that.
30 attempts is not a lot. I don't know why you
If
keep
your
saying that.
quarterback's throwing the ball 47 times like we were, that means you're down a lot. I don't want to be in that scenario.
No, the NFL throws the ball 40. It's like I don't understand. Thank you,
That's
Drew.
not-
Go.
I-
Thank you, Drew. Go. 29 attempts isn't a lot at all. I don't know what Matt is talking about, but we can move on. Let's do this. Let's get into our premium play segment. Even though the Bills did lose, we still have to get our premium play segment. But before we do that, please, Rad, let the people know who sponsors this segment.
All right, bet. 716 Premium is a niche lifestyle store conveniently located in the downtown area. They aim to promote health and wealth by providing many non-tobacco luxury smoking accessories, clothing, and even large selection of premium products and the premium service. They're open from 10 to 10 every day. Shop premium. Also, they want you to come celebrate their 716 Premium 1-year anniversary on October 30th from 2 to 7. There will be a dab bar, a volcano station, THC drink bar, and more. Tickets are $5 and can be purchased online at 716premium.com or at 716 Premium.
Okay, let's do this. Let me go to Mills first. Mills, can you? Thank you, Drew. Go. I don't know. Nobody knows what Matt is talking about. But Mills, can you please give us a play? You can give us a play that you felt turned the tide of the game. You can give us a play that you like from the Bills, or a play that Tennessee, maybe 76-yard run. I don't know. You know what I mean? That just changed the momentum of the game, Bills. But how do you feel? Give me a premium play.
My premium play, I guess, is we down fourth quarter. Isaiah McKenzie, man, run back the kickoff return. That would have been a game changer. I didn't even know we had I think Andre Smith. I didn't even know he was on our roster, to be honest with you. But that was a big holding call. I mean, I'm not saying it would have won a game, but it would have put us in a great position, to win a game. And just to come out there, knowing we down and run a kickoff back 101 yards was amazing to me. So that'd be my premium play of the game, even though it got caught back.
Matt.
Yeah, my premium play of the game is that 4th and 2 where we let AJ Brown catch a slant and get the first down. That game is what I think lost us the game. Right after that, they went down and scored. I think we got to get off the field in that point, and we didn't execute again on defense there.
Right.
And it's the last game. It's the last play on the Bills side. That 4th and 1. We got to be better, right? They talk about Tom Brady being the best quarterback of all time. If Tom Brady was in that position, he probably, he gets that first down. And you got to be in that great teams. You got to get that first down. You in a position to win the game. You got to win the game, right? Because if that's a Super Bowl, if that's a high leverage playoff game, we got to know that we're confident that we're gonna get a 4th and 1 on our 5-yard line. Period. It is no other way to talk about it. There's no other way to. We got to get a 4th and 1 on our 5-yard line every single day, every game of the week, no matter what.
No matter where we are on the field.
No matter where we are on the sleep, we got to do that in our sleep. And if we can't get that, we can't be a championship team. If you got to be a championship team, you got to get a 4th and 1 on your 5-yard line. Period.
And a lot of people were saying that. I just want to throw this out here that Josh didn't jump. He liked to jump. And stretch.
I thought he got it,
but you can't do that in that situation because there's not a goal line there. So you can prevent. There's a possibility that he can fumble. Like the Dak touchdown that got hit out of his hand. This is not a goal line. He can't break the plane. It's nothing to break.
That's a 50-50
if he fumble,
play.
he fumble.
If he,
I thought he got it.
Play. My
he fell right in the dirt.
My premium play is first quarter when we went down the field and we had to kick our first field goal. I just think it was just poor play calling. I don't understand why we didn't go for it. At that time, we had no indication that their offense was any good at all. And, regardless, even if they did stop us by some chance, so what? Make them march on the field and score on us. So I didn't like the tentativeness in the first quarter by Sean McDermott. Like, kicking those 2 field goals, it was like, yo, put them in the dirt. Because I knew in my heart of hearts that it only takes one play for one of the best running backs we've ever seen in our entire lives. It just takes one play. Like, that's it. Like, that's all great players need is one play. And now the game is just on upside down. And that was my whole issue with it. Like, Sean McDermott, we can't do that anymore. That's for the birds. That kicking field goals is for the birds. If we are in, 40, 30, listen, it's 4-down territory at that point. I don't even understand the issue, and it just takes out the confidence. And another thing, let me say this. My other play, I'm not supposed to do this, but when
you do it all the time, bro.
I know when we were supposed to go for 2. We were supposed to go for 2 when we got that first touchdown. Like I don't understand that. What is the call? Like, come on, y'all. Y'all can't be doing that, man. We can't just leave points on the board like that. We right there. If we can't go for 2 there, then what are we good for? What's the
I agree with you on that. He should have been more aggressive because we know Derrick Henry. The first quarter is like 2 yards a carry or like 3 yards a carry. Then it's 5 yards a carry in the second quarter. Then it's 6. Then by the fourth quarter is 7 to 9 yards a carry. And we saw that how it worked. And that's how it was. By the time fourth quarter come, Derrick Henry, nobody want to tackle that man. Like, he's literally untackleable in the fourth quarter. And we saw that. And in the first quarter, and we get that in that position, and against that team, we got to go for it. So I agree with that. But at
the end of the day,
be better about that.
We know we can put up 30 points.
No,
the other team is not expected to put up 34.
I don't
care.
To
put up 28.
I don't care what they're expected to do. Put them in the dirt.
Yeah. I gotta push back.
Team it puts the other team to try to score. So
put back on what, man?
Usually the high scoring team.
Not only are we the highest scoring team, though, we have the best defense in the NFL. We're giving up 12 points a game going into that game. You're gonna go and take 3 points because you're not expecting the other team to do anything.
Let me
just
say
like
this.
They haven't done all season long.
Let me say
no
this.
offense has done anything.
Let me say
all
this
season long.
to Josh. I understand you said 90% of coaches don't do it. That's why 90% of coaches get fired. And furthermore, let me say this too to Matt. Let me push back on Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, and listen, I've been saying this. The reality is, Matt, we besides the Kansas City Chiefs game, we haven't played anybody. You can admit to that. Let's just be honest. We can call a spade a spade.
Okay.
We have not played
Yeah,
anybody.
fine. Yeah,
And so
that's fine.
And the fact that we did play somebody in Tennessee and they ramrodded us, what does that say about our defense to you? And with that being said, we can go on to our next segment. We're gonna go on to our next segment. You can have the floor.
Yep.
This is our narrative street segment. Right, we're gonna play the narrative game. The Bills just lost. Apparently, last week we were the best team in football, but now we just had a bad loss. So, Matt, how do you feel about that?
I feel this segment is brought to you by the good people at Buffalo Pet Supply. Do you have a pet? Are you looking at getting a pet or know someone who has a pet? Then there's only one place to send them for everything to make that pet live its best life. Buffalo Pet Supply, specializing in fish, small animals, and reptiles. A knowledgeable staff at Buffalo Pet Supply can get you set up or maintain whatever setup you may have. Stop down and see the family-owned and operated staff at 1345 Military Road in Kenmore, or give them a call at 716-874-1951. Now, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about that.
But can I say this real quick?
I know.
Yo, Matt, listen, I don't know if we've been arguing for so long. Matt just threw the Buffalo Pet Supply on his toe. But shout out to Buffalo Pet Supply, where they say that your expectation is their reality. But anyways, Matt, you can say what you, Matt. But let me confront Josh. Josh, you gotta stop, bro. Like you got to get with the times. Coaches is going for it on fourth down. I understand that you played with necessarily a bad coach at Hutch Tech, and we all did, but that's not the way of the world. Matt, you can go.
Nah, but I forgot the question that we've just been going on for so long.
Narrative.
Yeah, the narrative is we still are the best team in the NFL. 100%. We have the most creative offense. We're gonna continue being the highest scoring offense. Our defense is gonna be fine. I think if we play that game 9 times out of 10, we blow them out. I think so. Personally,
that's great.
That we got in a fool's goal. We can argue this back and forth. I think the Derrick Henry, the stats portion is fool's gold, but I think more of his effect on the pass game is what killed us. That is my Derrick Henry take. The stats were bad. He scored 3 touchdowns. One was a 3-yarder, one was a 13-yarder, and then he broke the one, which you can argue may have come back. If that one would have came back, he probably would have been held under it. There's a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Yeah.
But the narrative is we're still the best team in the NFL.
So this is the new part of the segment. Sam gets to push back on the narrative. So Matt, you said that we are the best team in football, but we lost to a Pittsburgh team who was god awful. We know that, and we also lost to a Tennessee team who literally was on their 8th cornerback. That's
okay. They're still going to win their division. They're still going to be a top 4 seed in the NFL in the AFC. I'm sorry.
And then you said that Derrick Henry forced our defense to play differently, but isn't that what Derrick Henry does? Like I don't like
yes,
when you talk about
absolutely.
Derrick Henry that way.
I'm
I don't
talking
know.
About
is
the
that
stats.
am I missing
I'm
something?
talking about the stats. Everybody keeps saying the 143 and 3 touchdowns. That is something. If Zach Moss scores 3 touchdowns, they're all like shorter. The 76-yarder was obviously big, but he had 2 short touchdowns. The other 17 of his 20 carries were negative yards or less than 2 yards. That is his effect on the pass game is what did it for me.
When you say that, that's what Derrick Henry does. So I don't know why you keep.
I'm just talking about the stats. Also, I'm not saying that he didn't beat us. I'm saying he beat us in a different way than what you were portraying earlier. The 143 and the 3 touchdowns.
Let me push back.
Obviously,
I'm just push back on that. But like Matt, my only issue with that is what you're saying is what Derrick Henry does literally every game. So like he does get the 2 yards. He does get the negative yards, and he pops it. Like we actually know that. That's like talking about like a deep threat wide receiver. Oh my God, yes, Deshaun Jackson did beat us for 70 yards because that's what he. Yeah. Why are you telling me what somebody does? Like why is that
we're fine.
To give Matt Bell here is like it wasn't 15, 20 yards a clip. It wasn't literally like methodical.
He wasn't dominating us. Yeah.
It was
Matt,
big run,
I don't know what a domination is besides 143 and 3 touchdowns. Why do you get
that's
my
exactly what I'm
issue.
talking about.
How is he not
right.
dominating us? How is that not domination? Rat, you can go.
I would say my narrative is I think if you watch that game, I mean, obviously we'll watch the game and just not look at the box score. I think you leave still thinking Bills is the better team. I think Bills is the better team than Titans. And I think moving forward, you just more confident in our team. But I think we got the better quarterback. I think we got the better defense too. And I think we're the better team still. So the narrative, I think we are better than them. I think we still one of the better teams in the AFC. The AFC top of the AFC is not that really good. Kansas City is faltered. The Chargers just lost to Baltimore. Cleveland, they banged up. I think, the Bills still one of the better teams, if not the best teams in the AFC. So I think that's still the narrative. I think it was a tough loss. Hopefully it's a wake up. We got on our bye. We come out, win 10 straight, whatever we got to do. But it's a tough loss. You're going to lose some of those games. I think great teams pull those games off. And I think in order for us to become a great team, we got to win those games.
Mills?
I think we're in a good position still. Going into the bye, still early in the season. There's still 11 games to play. I'd rather get the loss now and get it out the way. But I mean, you can't take teams for granted. Any given Sunday, any given moment, and we just gotta show up each and every week.
I think they play hard though. I
don't think there's anybody. I don't think there's anybody who thinks that we came in and like
they play hard.
Right.
Didn't show up like we did.
I like honest
that's
football.
What's the scary
That's me
part.
personally. I like honest football. I don't like to focus too much on one player, one position. Like we committed to the run a lot. But we also got to remember that they got 2 top 10, wide receivers on their team as well.
Not Julio.
And Tannehill is a game manager.
You just made that up.
If you give him 3 to 5 seconds in the pocket, he can make a great play. We got to get pressure. But I think we're in a good spot. Like Raz said, we still a top team in the AFC. I don't really see too many teams over there giving us a run for our money, in the long run. So you got to go, come out of the bye. Be great, be dominant like we are, and show our real colors, man.
We about to wrap some things up, but I will say I think it is a good spot for us. Only from this standpoint, the loss is going to focus us going into the bye. I think that Sean McDermott can do a lot with this loss. It was embarrassing, in my opinion, and I think we did show up. But the fact that we lost and showed up, that's what's the scary part to me. But with that being said, Matt, can you please let the people know who won the contest?
Yeah, so this week we had a winner. Nobody got the correct score again, so nobody's taking bread from Mills this week. But we got Zach Kane. He won the contest this week. He had the yardage correct. It was 417. He guessed that, so he was spot on with that. Congrats to Zach, and also happy
insider
birthday
trading going on here, man. What's going on?
Nah, but yeah, he won the contest this week, so congrats to Zach.
Shout out to Zach.
And then
his birthday today too, right?
Birthday is today. Happy
birthday, Zach.
Happy birthday, yeah. Yo, I like the Price is Right. Is the Price is Right feeling? Like people be waiting to the end and they bid one over the person they saw. Yeah. Like that's crazy. I love it, yep. Man. I think Josh do that a lot. I love it.
Yeah. But so the contest we haven't thought of one for this week, but we are gonna have a contest for the bye week, so somebody can win this Sunday. We're gonna figure it out and post it up on the page.
Absolutely. And with that being said, that we've been having our breast cancer awareness all month long. We definitely been having our survivors. Shout out to Raz's grandmother. She was a survivor. We had another. Who was a survivor last week, Matt?
We had Rochelle Malone last week.
Rochelle Malone last week. Shout out to her. And this week, Rad, who is our breast cancer survivor?
Yeah, like you said, as we all know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And throughout the entire month, we will be highlighting survivors and people who have been affected by breast cancer. And this week, we would like to highlight Tiara Morris of Buffalo, New York. Her picture should be on the screen, I believe. She's a survivor of breast cancer. We hand delivered her one of our pink hoodies to celebrate her journey. You know what I'm saying? So in that 10% of all proceeds generated from our pink hoodies and crew necks will be donated to Roswell Cancer Research. And hats as well. We got hats and beanies as well.
I'm wearing one now.
So go to overduebillspod.com if you want to be a part of, that journey. We our donation. So yeah, support with our pink hoodies, our pink beanies, and our pink crews. So once again, Tiara Morris, a breast cancer survivor, we highlight her this week.
Absolutely. Shout out to Tiara Morris. Shout out to all the breast cancer and all cancer survivors, just period. Let me say this, overduebillspod.com, overduebillspod.com. Listen, we got all your merch needs. They wanted me to highlight this. We definitely got the pink, crew necks, pink beanies, pink, hoodies, just a whole, slew of things for our breast cancer, Awareness Month. We definitely want y'all to tap into that. And Matt, please let the people know about a pre-order that we have.
Yes. So as October is closing, we're going into a new month, November, which is a Salute to Service month. We want to honor all of our people in the armed forces. We are putting out a hoodie, our Salute to Service hoodie. We are doing a pre-order until Monday, the 25th. Obviously, we'll be selling them afterwards. But to ensure you get those in the next couple of weeks, we'll be closing our pre-order on Monday. 10% of those proceeds will go to the Wounded Warrior Foundation. So you can go onto our website and get your pre-order in, and we'll have those to you as soon as we can.
Absolutely. So please, again, overthebillspod.com. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those great things. Like, share, subscribe, rate, and review. We love all of you, and we still will end every show with a little bit of that. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey.